Hello everyone and welcome to the frog routine. I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia, and I'm going to guide you through this intense flexibility routine where we're going to be working on our adductors mostly, hips, legs and lower body flexibility. Before I begin, there are two things I gotta tell you. First, the frog routine is a made-up name, alright? It's not gonna turn you into a frog or into an animal, alright? But you know, frogs have this huge hip range of motion. I don't know if that is their hips, but yeah, you know, like you got the concept, all right? So it's a made-up name, and we're gonna be working on your legs apart, adductors, flexibility, legs, and lower body in general. Second, you can download a PDF with this routine following the link in the description down below, and also there you're gonna find the link to download my Flexibility Guy app, which is an app where you're gonna find everything you need to work on your flexibility, plenty of other routines, workouts, video lessons, and courses. With that said, without any further ado, let's get into the routine, all right? So it's a follow along. You're gonna follow with me. Get ready to start. First, the flexibility pose is gonna be done against a wall, all right? So I got a chair with my bow against it so I can show you from here, but you gotta have your back completely pressed against the wall behind you, all right? So feet together in front of your hips like this. Hips against the wall, back against the wall, shoulders against the wall. That's critical, all right, guys? You do want to rest with your back against the wall. Now, from here, take the weights and the yoga blocks like this, okay? Yoga blocks by your sides. Now, one weight goes on top of one knee, one weight goes on top of the other. Now, the more you drive your hip, the closer your knees to the floor, the harder the flexibility pose will get, all right? You gotta stop wherever you feel the stretch correctly. You can use the yoga blocks to relax on them, all right? So let's get into it. Weights on top of your knees, and now stay here and breathe, relax, okay? Just let your knees spread wide apart, relax your hips. And we go for 1, okay. 2, yeah, breathe. 3, keep your feet together. 4, and 5. Now, what you want to do from here is the following. You want to press your knees up as if you wanted to press your knees against your hands and the weights. And you press down with your hands. Obviously, the weights will press down. So you hold this contraction. You're squeezing your adductors here for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the contraction. Now, with your knees, press in the opposite direction, as if you wanted to press the yoga blocks down, all right? You're gonna engage your glutes by doing so. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it for me. 1, and stop. Okay, now relax. Inhale, you can just decrease the tension a little bit. Exhale, put the weights on a little. Once more, and breathe here. Press down with your hands, press down with the weights. What we have just did is a PNF and antagonist contraction. Now, PNF, when we push up, antagonist when we push down, all right? The PNF and the antagonist are two strategies that allow you to get deeper into a stretch, allowing your muscles to relax better. You're gonna feel immediately after our PNF and our antagonist that you can express a little more range of motion. And talking about it, now, when you can get deeper into the stretch, you can take the yoga blocks and move them out, all right? As you can see, your knees are gonna get a little deeper into the stretch. Now, push with your hands as well. We're gonna be staying here for another 5 breaths. I think we are at 3 already. 4, we're gonna repeat it, huh? And 5, okay, now again, push it up for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now push it down for another 10 seconds. When you push up or down, you don't want to actually move your knees. Your knees are going to be staying there, all right? You got to be in the max stretch you can handle, all right? And squeeze your muscles there, all right? And 10, stop, inhale. Now, check this out. Exhale, you can move your knees down. Obviously, guys, you may want to do this exercise like this high, this high, this high. Doesn't matter. Just find your spot. Is that clear, guys? This is critical. Now, if you feel like we're going to be staying here another 5 breaths, I'm going to count for you, so stay there. Just going to explain things as we're doing the exercise. If you feel like your hips got off the wall a little bit, that is okay. That is standard, all right? So don't worry if your hips come a little off the wall as you are in the stretch. This is absolutely fine, all right? Most important thing is that you feel the stretch on your adductors here, inner part of your thighs. And 5, lovely. Slowly get out of the stretch. Woo! Isn't it nice? Now, the closer your feet to your hips, the harder the exercise is. Obviously, here the whole point is that you do want to find your depth. You can start here, you can start here, you can start here. Doesn't matter, all right? Find your level. Second exercise, this is going to be our frog stretch. It's a frog routine, and the frog you're gonna soon figure out is actually a flexibility pose we can use, all right? So, we're gonna use the ball later. Now you don't need it, you just need a wall. The wall, yeah, you do need it again. Weight and the wall. I'm gonna give you my back for some seconds because the exercise is done against the wall with your back on the floor. But check this out, all right? You can see it pretty properly, I think. Now, from here, you want to lie down on your back. Now, you want to keep your knees bent at 90 degrees, all right? You can see that from the side. And you want to spread your legs wide apart. Now, your feet are on the same line as your knees at all times. Make sense? Now, arch your back a little. This creates a little space inside of your hips. Now, the concept is exactly the same. We're repeating the same kind of activation, all right? So, knees leveled, all right, on the same line as your hips. So I don't want to drive my hips too close to the wall, and I don't want to be too far away from it. So that means that my knees must stay on the same line as my hips, okay? And weights on top of the knees again. Now, from here, I want to drive slowly my knees and my feet down. So if my knees move down, my feet must follow, all right? So follow the movement with your feet as well. Now stay here and breathe for 1. We're gonna do it together. 2, lovely. 3, stay here. 4, and 5. Now you want to press your knees up. As you can see, I'm creating a pressure. You see I'm pressing it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'm creating a pressure down, opposite direction. Squeeze your glutes, open your knees out, drive your knees down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stop, inhale. You can take the weights off your knees to relax a little. And on the exhale, you can try to sink deeper. Remember, knees down means feet down as well, all right? 2. When you want to press the up or down, remember that you do want to maintain that kind of stretch. You don't want to change it. So, for example, I'm here. Now I'm going to ask you to push your knees up, all right? But as you do it, just don't do this, all right? You gotta push your knees down with your hands and push it up. 10, 9, 8. We're gonna take the ball later. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now push it down, squeeze your glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now stop, inhale. Come on. Last 5 breaths. Stay here. Now, do your best. Drive your knees down. Do your best. Find your deepest range of motion. 5. Yeah. 4. Yeah. Breathe. 3. You want to breathe. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. 2. Lovely. And 1. Open it, open it, open it. Fantastic, isn't it? Okay, weights down. Now take your time. Help your knees come up with your hands. This is super intense. I know. Okay. Okay. Now I won't give my back to you anymore. Now, the next flexibility position we do want to work on is the Cossack squat, all right? What you want to do is you want to spread your legs wide apart. I'm gonna show you 3 variations, all right? You gotta pick your favorites. Now, depending on your level, you want to spread your legs wide apart. Easy variation, yoga block in front of you. You rest with your hands on the yoga block like this or like that, or on the floor. The height depends on your flexibility level. The higher, the easier. Now, from here, you squat on one side like this, all right? Now, heel down, knee out. Heel down, knee out. Other leg straight, foot pointing up. From here, with your hands here, you want to shift slowly toward the other side. Take your time. Just try to get as deep as possible. I don't care. You want to stay here? It's okay. Okay, you can stay also higher. Like this, 2, 3. As you get better, no hands. Okay. 4, 5. Now, if you struggle with your balance, feel like you are getting like too far toward your back, you're falling toward your back, weight in front of you. This will help you. This will intensify it a bit, intensity-wise. It's gonna be heavier, 7, but it's gonna help you keep your back straight. Don't fall back. 9, lovely. And 10, 10 controlled ones. Now, down with the weight, come back to the center, spend a little bit of time here, legs bent. Just try to keep your legs bent at 90 degrees, approximately. Force your hips down, little pulses, all right? I want you to go a little down and up, a little down and up. Small, almost imperceptible movements, but they make a great difference here. 5, 6, okay, 7, small little movements, 8, 9, and 10, lovely. Okay, now it's time to sit down like this. Legs wide apart, bend, okay? Now, move your body toward one side, leg bent. From here, one hand on the floor, one hand, you grab your foot, all right? The leg is bent. If you can't grab your foot, use a band or something like that, towel. Both legs bent, both hips on the floor. From here, chest to the knee, and try to straighten your leg as much as possible, okay? You may stop shorter than this, all right? Or straighten your leg all the way. This depends on your flexibility. Just do your best to just straighten the leg as much as you can. So you go 1, come back. 2, come back. 3, come back. 4, come back. 5, come back. And 6, all right. Now, check this out. Bend the leg, knee to the chest, stay here. Now, the more you can straighten your leg, keeping your knee in contact with your chest, the better. But never lose that contact for now. 2, breathe. 3, okay. 4, keep the other hip pressed to the floor. And 5, now, forget about knee in contact with the chest. Just straighten your leg. Stay here. Pull yourself as deep as possible into the stretch. 2, breathe. 3, 4, lovely, excellent. And 5, all right, now, come back up. Bend the leg. Gonna do the other leg now, all right? Same. So, both hips on the floor. Straighten it all the way if I can, otherwise I stop earlier than that. And bend. 1. Extend and bend. 2. Extend and bend. 3. Extend and bend. 4. Extend and bend. 5. Extend. 6. Okay. Now stay here. Chest in contact with the knee. I try to get as deep as possible. That means that I do want to drive my body toward the floor and toward my leg at the same time. Never lose the contact between your chest and the knee now. 2, just keep it there. 3, all right. We move down little by little. 4, fantastic. And 5, now you straighten it all the way and get down little by little, slowly. 1, excellent. 2, down, okay. 3, down. 4, like this. And 5, lovely. Now, time to get toward the center, all right? Not toward one leg per time. Now, you can use some yoga blocks. Adjust the intensity of the stretch as you want. High yoga blocks means easy. Low yoga blocks means hard. Knees to the floor, even harder. Now, legs bent. From here, we want to take our body as close to the floor as possible. Straighten the back. Push our head in front of us. Now from here, I straighten the legs as much as I can. That means that if I can, perfect. If I can't, just try to stay higher with your trunk. Find a position where this movement here gets possible, all right? Now from here, extend, bend. 1, extend, bend. 2, extend, bend. 3, extend, bend. 4, extend, bend. 5, extend, bend. 6, and now here I try to get deeper with my legs bent. 1, breathe, move from side to side slowly. 2, 3, okay. 4, okay. And 5, lovely. Now, stay here. If you gotta change it, you can get deeper. All right, like this. And now, extend, bend, obviously. I put my elbows on the floor. You may want to turn the yoga blocks or something. Just try to get just a little deeper. We're kind of bending and extending our knees again. 4, 5, and the last one, 6. Now, keep it straight. Wait. Yoga blocks. Now, 2 variations. A hard variation and an easy one. Now, for the easy one, yoga blocks under your hips. Check this out. One in front of the other, like this, all right? And I move the yoga blocks under my hips, one in front of the other. Okay, so I got one under my hips and one in front of it. I'm not just sitting on it. Other yoga blocks, if you got some more yoga blocks or some pillows, under your chest, okay? I'm gonna demonstrate the exercise like this. If this feels easy, take the yoga blocks you got under your hips away, all right? Now, legs straight. Sit down on the yoga blocks. Weight on my back. Like this. From here, I straighten my back. I keep my legs straight. Try to straighten my back as much as possible. Head in front of me, not only down, in front of me. Down. Touch the yoga blocks. Relax a couple seconds. Press back up. 1. Okay. It's important you stop here. Feel the stretch. 1, 2. Come back up. That's 2. Go down. 1, 2. Come on. That's 3. Down. 1, 2. Come on. That's 4. Another 2. Down. 1, 2. 5. Last one. 1, 2. And 6. Now we go down. Touch the yoga blocks. Try to relax here. Let the weight push your body closer and closer to the floor. Relax on the yoga blocks. Feel that you're getting heavier and heavier. 3. Let it move your trunk not only down but also forward. You want to straighten through your back. And 5. If you can now, try to get deeper. All right. You can take some yoga blocks out. If you got your hips on the yoga blocks, just leave them there. Just try to get as deep as possible with your hips, with your trunk. If you got your hips on the floor, same. Take out the yoga blocks you got under your chest. 3, try to get progressively deeper. 4, yeah, chest to the floor. Belly to the floor as well. It's not just about, can you see I'm not driving my head down? It's not about your head. The head is just the last thing you do want to move down. Actually, I'm moving it forward at all times. This helps me keep my back straight. And 5. All right, now slowly get out. This position here, if you start from 0, beginner level, this one is really hard. That's why I suggest you also now want to put some yoga blocks under your hips. The higher, the easier. So I used just one yoga block, one in front of the other. You can also use 2 or even 3. All right, no more than 3 usually. It gotta be something like this. All right, something lower than your knee level. Yeah. Okay, something lower than this, just to make it progressively easier. Now, yoga blocks. You still need the yoga blocks. What we want to do is a diamond position. So you want to stay with your knees on top of the yoga blocks, like this. One knee on the yoga block, one knee on the other yoga block. You spread your legs wide apart, like this. Now, at first, you want to take your feet together behind your glutes. Can you say? Like this. I'm joining my feet together. All right, not my heels, just the toes. Now, from here, I sit down on my heels, on my feet, and I try to move my hips as close to the floor as possible, just for 5 breaths. I try to open my hips out. 2, like this. Yeah. 3. 4. And 5. Now, from here, keep your feet together, your knees spread wide apart, and now move your hips in front of you. Try to touch the floor, and then move your hips behind you as much as possible, as close to your feet as possible. That's 1. Lovely. 2. 3. Move it back. 4. Try to cover the entire range of motion I got. Try to stay as close to the floor as possible. As you are here, it's okay if your feet come off the floor. Okay? It's okay. And now, on the last one, on the 6th one, I want to pose here with my hips behind me. I want to move my hips behind me and down as much as possible. Just breathe. 2. Yeah, breathe. 3. This is intense. Breathe. 4. Breathe. 5. Lovely. Excellent. Now, I want to spread my feet apart like this, all right? Can you see what changes? So, rather than having my feet together, now I'm going to have my feet in line with my knees. So this is, again, a frog stretch. I want to do the same. Forward, feet off, it's okay. Backward, I try to move my hips as much as possible toward my feet. Oof. I take my time because this is really intense. The moment I drive my hips behind me, I want to aim for the deepest point possible. 2. Okay. Nice and slowly. 3, obviously. Throughout this kind of movement here, I want to spread my knees apart. Huh? The more you spread, the more intense the exercise gets. 4, another 2, 5, lovely. And now the last one, and 6, okay. And now, move your hips toward the center, all right? That means hips in line with your knees. Now, one foot goes up, the other one remains on the floor, and I change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, both feet on the floor and both feet up. 1, like this. Lovely. 2, engage your glutes. 3, as you do that, we're working on the internal rotation of the hip, which in this position is really hard, and it stretches the upper portion of your adductor muscles, which is so important in movements like squats or splits. And 6, lovely. Now we move the hips down. Now we're focusing more on the lower part of your adductors, all right? So we are changing a little bit the stretch. Here we're moving, as a matter of fact, the hip more into external rotation rather than internal, all right? And 5, so move your hips behind your knees level toward your feet. 2, okay, and 1. Sometimes I just struggle to speak because this is hard. All right, so frog stretch. Diamond means that you do want to have your feet together. Frog means that you do want to have your feet in line with your knees, all right? That is what changes that. Now, we're gonna get into a one-leg frog stretch. This means one knee on top of a yoga block. The other yoga block stays under your hips. Is that right? Now, from here, you want to have your knee on top of the yoga block here. Straighten the other leg to the side. Turn your foot up. Now, please pay attention to a couple of details. One foot, the foot of your bent leg, must stay on the same line as your bent leg's knee, all right? So your knee here is bent at 90 degrees. A lot of people just drive the other foot in. No. Move it out. The other foot, the foot of the straight leg, must stay in line with your knee as well, okay, here. So one straight line. Check it out, all right, please. Make sure your alignment is correct because you're gonna be feeling the stretch much more like this. Now, get down. As you can see, you can use the yoga blocks to understand how far you're getting into the stretch, if you got it. Just get as low as possible, as low as you can feel the stretch correctly. Now, at first, you want to kind of, move your hips back and forth just a little. Can you say, I'm just moving my hips back and forth a little? Creating this kind of back and forth motion here. I do want to do it for 6 reps, like this. Nice, just little, slow, little, almost imperceptible movements. Then I stop. I stop here. I breathe for 1. Try to get deeper. 2, excellent, lovely. 3, okay. 4, we stay here. and 5. Now, I want to, can you see the bent legs foot, all right? And the straight legs foot. I do want to push them down toward the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now, check the bent legs foot. I want to move it up, okay? Keep it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This is intense. 1. Okay, stop. Inhale. Exhale. Try to get deeper. If you want to get deeper here, use the yoga block. Turn it down. As you can see, if you put it closer to your knee, it's gonna ease the position, all right? It's gonna make the position easier. If you move it closer to the center of your hips instead, it's gonna make the position more intense, all right? It's gonna intensify the position. 3. Yeah, I'm just trying to take my time. 4. This is intense. And 5. Okay. Change other side. Ooh. Take your time, obviously, huh? I know you gotta follow this with me. Just talking, explaining things to you, and counting at the same time. So, foot on top of the yoga block, all right? Other leg straight by your side. Okay. Arch your back, let it lie down. Here, when you want to get deeper into the stretch, you can just slide out with that foot, all right? So don't think about the bent legs knee. That probably won't move from there. But your straight legs foot, yeah, that is gonna move. 2. Now, you remember back and forth little movements. 3. 4. 5. Little movement. And 6. Okay, back and forth. Now stop. Center. This means hips on the same line as my knee and as my foot over there. Same line. Huh? 2. Breathe. 3. Try to get down. 4. And 5. Now straight legs foot and bent legs foot. We push it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stop. And now check the bent legs foot. It's coming up. Push it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Lovely. Exhale. Try to get deeper. If you're getting tired on your arms, you can put the elbows on the floor, but make sure that if you do this, you don't curve your back. You keep your back straight, all right? This is so important. Your hips are in a position called anterior pelvic tilt. So I do want to say an arched back, not a flat one, all right? 4. And 5. Lovely. Get out. Little. Slowly. Guys, I'm excited to tell you that we got just one more pose. So, do you remember the Swiss ball I got here? Now I'm gonna take it back. Or a chair, use something really high. I always tell this story that when I started, I did use my sofa. I was resting on my sofa with my hips. I was that far away from the floor. Yeah, maybe this. But I taught my body how to do it. Is that clear? Find something. Now I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna show you how to get into a side split, and we're gonna move progressively deeper. All right? 3, 2, 1. Boom! We got the Swiss ball here. So as I told you, just check this out. Some yoga blocks, always, all right? Got 4. If you got 2, it's okay. But the concept here is that you always means always, have something under your hips. Check this out. I can put the ball under my hips and I can spread my legs wide apart. I let my feet slide out. So it's important that you let your feet slide out, turn your toes up like this, all right? Now rest on the ball, and since the ball is so high, you gotta check your alignment. You gotta keep your alignment in check. That means that you remember the one-legged frog stretch. Now here it's actually the same. Feet on the same line as my hips, all right? So I don't want to sit back. Can you see I'm sliding back with my hips? No, I do want to keep my hips in line with my feet. Now I can rest on some yoga blocks with my hands. Make sense? Guys, I'm gonna start counting for you in just 10 seconds, all right? If you got the ball, use the ball. I'm not gonna use it though, all right? So I'm gonna use some yoga blocks. Another thing you can use to get deeper is yoga blocks, all right? Yoga blocks under your thighs. The closer to your knees, the easier. The closer to the center of your hips, the harder. That's it. That's all about it. You stay here. 1. Stay here. 2. 3. Lovely. 4. And 5. All right. Now we got feet over the floor. I press it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now feet up toward the ceiling, all right? Imagine as if you wanted to lift your legs off the floor. Squeeze your glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. Inhale. Exhale. Now try to get deeper. If you want to get deeper, move the yoga blocks in or turn them down like this, all right? Under your hips. Eventually, you're gonna reach the floor. As for the pancake, as I told you, it's not gonna happen today. Maybe for some of you, yes. But if you start from the bowl, for example, on the bowl, yeah, there's no way you can get here in just one session, all right? Just to keep things honest with you. It's really important that you understand that even though in 1 month, 1 year even, this position won't get like flat on the floor. It's okay. It's okay. It's just progress. It's just progress. So you aim to make these adjustments in months, even years sometimes, okay? Took me 5 years, guys. Yeah, this doesn't seem I'm suffering here, but I suffered a lot. And here 4, another 6 breaths. 5, every couple of breaths, try to get a little deeper. 4, okay, I'm gonna take it out. Okay, I'm gonna try to go full split. 3, lovely. You just stay there. Every couple of breaths, you try to get a little deeper. It's a little change you want to make. 2, and 1. Excellent. Sit back when you want to exit. Slowly release the tension, and we're done. Oof, guys, it's been tough, hasn't it? Now, if you got any questions or doubts for me, you can leave a comment down below. I'm gonna be more than happy to have a chat with you because I hope that you've been following this routine all along with me, all right? But maybe at some point you got a question, and now is the time for you to ask that question. Also, if you like the routine, please leave a thumb up and a comment if you enjoyed it. Remember, again, you can download the Frog Routines PDF by following the link in the description down below. And also there, you're going to find another link to download my Flexibility Guy app, the app you need to increase your flexibility, bodyweight training, handstands, and much more, with more than 50 programs to follow, video courses, and lessons. Thank you so much for staying with me throughout this amazing routine. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video. Bye.
I traveled all the way to Japan in this place of silence and peace to find out the secrets of flexibility training. I'm in this temple right now because here is where I believe it's hidden the secret I'm looking for. You gotta be somewhere around here. What? A book? Nani? Honwa? Secret desu ka? Amazon de kaimasu ka? Oh, so ka. Arigatou gozaimasu. Stretching Modern Flexibility Methods is the complete playbook to master your flexibility, and you can check it out on Amazon right now. Huh? It works! It works!